Hello, my name is Sadek Shahadu from the Wikimedia Language Diversity Hub. We are conducting a research on behalf of the Wikimedia Language Diversity Hub's program to understand some of the challenges small languages communities face, and also we want to investigate and also understand some of the challenges that we can help address together with the local language Wikimedia communities. So I have with me a community member and a leader from the Wikimedia Nigeria user group, and we would like to learn more about their community and how they are involved in contributing to Wikimedia projects. My name is Sadiq, as I mentioned. Could you tell us a little bit more about yourself, who you are, the community you belong, and the project you contribute to in Pidgin?
My name na Olaniyan Olushola Ishola. I be Nigerian. Uh, I be member of Wikimedia user group Nigeria. I joined the movement way back for 2014 during the first Wikimedia in South Africa, Johannesburg. And since that time, I don't do the thing where they do. Not be say I know Wikipedia before I even join. I be one of the people wey be say they just see say dem dey do am and dem join am. Today I don do so many things. Wow. The thing wey I don do wella e plenty wey be say I no even know if I dey write am e plenty. But the thing wey I dey do now be say we dey even dey look say how the language wey una dey speak so no go die. Na im we dey do. I dey happy well say this kind thing dey happen.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so before we proceed with the interview, I would like to remind you that this interview will be recorded, and of course, you have agreed that it will be recorded. And we also want to remind you that it's going to be watched by so many people who may not understand you as much as I do. So I encourage you to speak as clear as possible so that other people who are part of the research team will understand you better. So could you describe the state of your language on the internet, the Pidgin Wikipedia?
Okay, thank you, my brother. We give me the opportunity may I talk about my language. So the language wey I dey speak so na Pidgin, and I know the thing wey be say dem wan take this thing do, and I don give dem the permission wey make dem use am. So anywhere wey dem wan use, make dem use am. Wetin we dey talk? So we dey talk the thing wey dey happen to our language. Our language now no get power at all, and the problem be say the government wey we get na dem no give power to our local language, or we can call am say indigenous language or tiwantiwa language as dem used to dey call am. If you go to our education, you go see say na only three language the government give power make dem dey teach for school, and instead wey be say we suppose to use our language dey teach, we dey teach our language. So the thing wey I dey talk be say the way our language dem take join am together for education e no good at all. Government carry English dey for up, dem come put all our own tiwantiwa language, the indigenous language, dem come put am for down. If you go inside school today, the national education policy wey we dey use for our education in Naija, the government recognize just three languages: Yoruba, Igbo and Hausa. Even the Pidgin wey I dey talk so wey be say na im dem dey speak for everywhere, na the language wey cut across everybody, the government sef no recognize am, and the one wey dem recognize, dem dey learn am for class. No be say dem dey use the language dey teach students, na English dem dey take dey teach our language. So when we come to thing wey concern language, our government no do well at all. So say the government no do well na one side. Another thing be say the language wey person no know, the language go die. look down, most of our children, they don't know anything. If you speak pidgin, they no go hear. The English wey we say we borrow am, they no hear. The indigenous language wey be say our own, they no hear. So our children, dem like say they no understand their identity. So this thing na wahala, and I think say this kind of work go help us correct am when dem dey tell everybody for obodo oyibo and everywhere wey dem dey hear am.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's very insightful, and I do agree with you that a lot of people speak Pidgin in Nigeria, from what I know. But it's sad to know that it's not even recognized by the government. So thank you so much for sharing this with us. My next question would be: can you describe how you became a contributor briefly?
I don talk am before.
Okay.
I no know Wikipedia before I join Wikipedia. So I just see say dem dey do something, I come join am. And na the same thing wey dey happen to a lot of people. But maybe for the kind age wey me I dey, because when we dey for school, before we finish school before 2000 wey Wikipedia start, we know. But for generation wey be say dem still dey for school after 2000, many of them dey fit know Wikipedia. But for our own generation, our set, we no know Wikipedia. We take know Wikipedia when we come dey work, we come dey do now. So when I join Wikipedia for Nigeria, we never see am. People no dey work together. We never see a single organization wey be say na im dey do the Wikimedia thing for Nigeria. So when we go to Indaba, na the Indaba wey we go that time, na im give us the understanding say we fit start the affiliate for Naija. And today we don start. So when we don start am, the idea wey we get be say wetin we fit do wey be say we go fit support our own local language so that they go die, so that they go dey available for Wikipedia.
Okay.
So Pidgin English na im be one of the language wey be say we dey try to make sure say dem dey for Wikipedia. We don get Igbo for Wikipedia, we don get Hausa, we don get Yoruba, we don get Tiap, we don get Dongbe. So this Pidgin still dey incubator, and we dey work every day, in the morning, the night, if say the thing comot for incubator.
Wonderful. My next question will be a little bit technical. I want you to describe to me how, like, the process of writing a Wikipedia article in your language, that is the Pidgin language. If you want to start an article, how do you begin an article?
Well, because say the language dey incubator, e no dey wahala at all. The wahala wey dem dey think for notability for big Wikipedia, e no dey for our own. Because wetin we wan do, we just wan make sure say we get more content before we can move on to the main space. So if a language or a Wikipedia platform never dey for main page, still dey incubator, e be like say baby pikin wey dey inside stomach, how you go born am? For you to born am, you go get to do a lot of work. You need to do a lot of work. So wetin we dey do, first thing be say you must understand the incubator wey you wan talk, wey you wan work. So when you get the incubator, you can decide say, just like any other knowledge, body of knowledge, which kind area I wan start the work. Shey I wan dey work on medicine, shey I wan work on entertainment, shey I wan work on social media thing, or I wan work on culture, shey I wan work on art, shey I wan work on religion, shey I wan work on politics, shey I wan work on anything. So you must decide say, okay, I wan work on top. So once you know the thing wey you wan work on top, you go enter the incubator, search for the incubator wey the Pidgin wey una wan use, then you write am. When language or any Wikipedia still dey for incubator, many of the the main thing wey be say dem dey use for big Wikipedia, you may not use them. For example, you may not even reference like that, but we wan make sure say this thing plenty. So at the incubator level, you need more people. You must make sure say you build community. You sowọ́pọ̀ parapọ̀, people plenty go come. So when people plenty come, so everybody go work to be say we can build the take the language comot for pidgin. At the moment e be like say our pidgin sef don comot for incubator, and na good thing for us. So we need more people wey be say dem go dey write, and we need more people make dem come dey read. So when people dey read and dem know say thing no dey there, dem go look for how dem to fit join hand together make e work, make we carry the language go
Okay.
to the next level.
Wonderful. Okay, that sounds really good. So my next question will be, how do you usually translate articles? Do you usually translate articles from another language or the English into your language?
Thank you, Oga. Me, as an experienced Wikimedia, I dey tell people, if you wan do translation, especially to small small shikini Wikipedia wey we get, make you start from English Wikipedia. You translate from English Wikipedia to the language. There is nothing wey you wan read, wey you wan do for your language wey dem never do for English Wikipedia. Even if dem never do am, maybe na shikini. So my advice be say, for you to start your translation, learn to pick con ten t from English Wikipedia and translate am to your language.
Wow.
So that is the easiest way wey go give you more con ten t. You cannot do am for wetin dey for English. So but make when for a language wey be say just dey grow, the best thing be say make dem do translation rather than saying they wan start a new thing afresh. But that's going to give them a lot of wahala. But the translation go make the growth more con ten t dey well.
Oh, wonderful. So that brings me to the next question, which is still on the technical aspect of contribution. So could you tell us what are some of the major challenges for contributors in your language's Wikipedia?
Anytime wey dem ask this question, na two things I dey tell am. The first thing be say acceptance. Acceptance be say people no catch, they no receive am, they no dey receive language, our own language, the way we dey take receive other language. If you dey speak pidgin, people dey look at you be say like person wey be say no go school. So dem dey see you as a second class citizen. People no go wan work with you. 3, we no get thing. Most of these small languages, they no dey for platform wey be say if dem dey write them down, dem dey for our head. So we need to look for people wey be say wan write am, because people no like am, so it's difficult for you to get people wey wan write am. So now, to even get people wey wan write am no be even the problem. To even get people wey be say go read am, another problem. So e come be like say we get like 4 to 5, and the 5th one be say the government himself no give power to small language wey we get. So those are the 4 to 5 problems wey we say we dey get.
Okay, wonderful. I think a lot of African communities have these similar challenges. But do you have any other challenge with regards to the script in terms of the special characters you use, the Latin characters? Do you have any challenge with that, like keyboard compatibility and all of that?
Yeah, thank you. I dey tell people wey be say dem be language champion. One of the main problems be say to use this language technology it's a problem because many of our language, additional language, for all our individual languages, we no get keypad. Computer wey dey come for our country no dey come with the time wey be say you fit get those language on computer. Wetin I expect be say no keyboard wey dey come with our local language. Our computer no dey come with keyboard with our local language. So it's a problem. So we need to talk to the government. Say if computer wan enter our country, make dem make sure say make dem add
We are going to now talk about other aspects of the questions, which has to do with technical and economic. We've talked about how your community, the challenges that your community's members are facing with regards to contributing to Wikipedia. We also want to know some of the, you know, how, do, since you are still in the incubator, I want to know as a community, do people contribute more using their mobile phones or on the laptop or desktop?
for Naija, people do use their mobile phone.
Okay. That means a lot of people use mobile phones to connect. Okay. Are people contributing more? So can you tell us the estimation of how many percentage of people contribute through their mobile phone?
I may not be able to say.
Okay. So are there any other challenges related to devices like the mobile phones that they use to contribute to Wikipedia?
Well, not be say people wan use mobile phone. The problem be say a lot of people wey dem dey contribute, dem be students wey no know say and dem no get computer, so na their phone wey dem dey use most. Yeah, not be say people no dey use Pidgin, but me I can tell you say for Pidgin our community still dey very small, we still dey shikini. So more of phone, a lot of people use more phone than use dem no get am.
Okay. So is your community active on other Wikimedia projects apart from Wikipedia? If they are, which ones?
I'm talking about Pidgin.
Yeah. So do you have Pidgin community as a community working on other Wikimedia projects like Wikidata and other?
We just dey start, so we no get those.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So does your community reuse or have plans to reuse Wikimedia materials outside Wikipedia projects? Do you already use the resources that you have created or contributed on the Pidgin incubator? Do you reuse them outside Wikimedia projects, or do you have plans to reuse them in future?
We get plan wey be say we wan use am for future. For now, because na small community, we make we no dey think say we no big like those one, we still dey come up. So our plan be say everything wey we use for incubator, we go still use am later.
Wonderful. So the third one I'll be talking about is economics. Can you tell us, in terms of you on a personal level, do you think the economy is a limiting factor for you to contribute to Wikipedia?
Yes, I go say economy dey, because if you no get internet to do things, if you no get money, and government no give you data, free data, e go affect you. And two, when people no get work to do, or when people get work and the work dey hard well well, so dem no go get time say make dem use for doing volunteer work for Pidgin. So those are some of the least things wey dey affect the growth of volunteer work and growth of improving indigenous language on the internet.
Excellent. So still on economy, now I want to ask with regards to your community. So I was talking about the economy affecting you as an individual. Can you tell me, with your economy in terms of the community, does the economy limit you to embark on projects that will help you contribute to Wikipedia?
Are you talking about finance?
Yeah, yes, finance.
Yes. Well, we get funders wey dey help us, Wikimedia Foundation, but we need to do our job to one to some point wey be say people go say this one na kiji work before we can go meet Wikipedia. So wetin we dey do now be say we wan make sure say our con ten t plenty, and when the con ten t plenty we wan then look for people wey go dey read am, then we can then tell what we are doing now is more of awareness. You no know say with pidgin dey for your internet, yes. If you know say e dey, can you speak pidgin? Yes. If you know say you can speak, can you write pidgin? Yes. We go bring all these people together, then project go come, then we go look for people wey go give us money. Na only Wikipedia dey do dis thing for now. Even our government dem no give us money, but Wikipedia still dey give us some money shikini to dey promote our local language. So we wan say thank you to Wikipedia, Wikimedia Foundation.
That is very good to know. Thank you so much for sharing all this with us. My next question will be, can you estimate how much you use per month on Wikipedia in terms of dollars? How much do you use to buy data on monthly basis to contribute to Wikipedia?
Well, I fit talk about other bigger for me as a person. On monthly basis, I dey buy data. Say um I will use I fit do calculation for
Yes, or you can mention it in Nigerian currency.
Okay, for Nigerian money, I still dey use between 35 to 40K to buy data.
Okay. Wow. Do you use other support systems outside, like maybe working with an institution that allows you to use their internet? Do you have that support system? Okay, that's great. The educational level now about your community. Can you estimate or describe the level of literacy in your community? How many?
Is it in Nigeria?
No, the Pidgin community. The literacy rate. You have more people being like in school or students, or what is the literacy rate in your community?
Well, anybody wey join Wikipedia, you know say the person dey literate. But for Nigeria, literacy rates differs, and you also need to ask yourself, what do you mean by literacy? But for the purpose of this, I don't know what you're understanding it.
Yeah, so the educational level of the contributors in your community, like average,
it's
like
very low because people don't even know say we get Pidgin for Wikipedia.
Okay, so what I'm trying to know is like people, we know different people have like high school, the university, and college. Can you tell us how many people are in of your members are in like graduates from the university, average, like in percentage? So high school, how many percentage? University, how many percentage?
I'm not going to say because it's a great community, it's a small community.
Okay.
Very small people. Well, we have mixture of university people will say graduates.
Okay, I think you already answered my next question in your first submission. I wanted to know, do educational institutions in your region use your language as a medium of instruction? And I think you mentioned that it is not recognized as a medium of instruction. Okay, but are you encouraged to or discouraged to speak Pidgin in your language or institutions in Nigeria?
I don't talk about say we know they encourage us. Okay. If you speak Pidgin, you will go like say this one no go school.
Okay.
So it's a way of discouraging us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So do you have or do you plan to collaborate with educational institutions? If you are already collaborating, can you mention the institution that you are already working with?
Well, we never start, but in another community we don't dey work with educational institution for Pidgin.
Okay. All right. Social. How will you describe the diversity in your community? Gender, age, geography, educational level. So gender, how many male to female? Age, what are the age range?
A lot of people it's a mixture of male and female. People wey dey plenty for our community are the younger ones, age between 20 to 30.
Okay, cool. Does your community participate in other Wikimedia events outside the event outside your own community, like Wikimedia, Wiki Indaba, and hackathons? Does your community also participate in all of that?
Yes, we do.
Can you describe how your community has developed over the last few years?
Like I said, it's a great community, and The development might be very small, but I think because people dey work now to see say Pidgin don come. It's really
So, what are your top priorities for the future for Pidgin Nigeria?
the top priority be say we must get more thing wey be say people go read, and we must also get more people wey go read am. Then the third one be say we must look for people to support us to sustain the work wey we dey do.
Okay. All in all, what will you consider the top three priorities for your community? Try to rank them in order of priorities, like the top three challenges, or you consider like the major challenges for
The
your
first
community.
challenge is awareness. The second one is readership. And the third one is also the contributor. Maybe the fourth one we can then say funding.
Okay. Is there any other thing you'd like to share with me that I didn't mention in the interview?
This interview dey long well well. We don talk everything. But the thing wey be say I wan say be say make una no allow our local language make im die, make dem support us. English, we cannot hear English pass the people wey bring English come. And the local language na be the thing wey be say dey bring us together. So I go encourage everybody make we join hands together to support us.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Shola, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to interact with you. My name is Sadiq once again, member of the Wikimedia Language Diversity Steering Committee. Thank you so much. See you. Bye.
Yeah, bye.